Okay, folks, just checking a few things here. It looks like everything's ready to go, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, April in here. How y'all doing? Hope you're having a good holiday. This is my live reaction to Metokur's Tales of the Trout. Basically, the doxing server information. So let's go ahead and get started. And this one is part 2, Academy of Discord. Watch this part. Bunty, when Jeff Holiday, aka Doc's Holiday, is saying all this, Bunty King is the one who leaves. So let me back this up a little tiny bit. Let's see what's to say really quick. You said you made her leave, and you knew it was from terrorists. You knew you led them, and said you'd do it again, Jeffy boy. Then Doc's Holiday replies, no, I said I made her leave because we bullied her. Which is true. Fuck that dumb bitch. Ah, he's a treat. Such a treat. Hey, analytical chick, how are you, sweetie? Let's see. She says, I just did a video about this. I named it Kraut and Trout. That's a good one. Good one, honey. Now, this is something that I find with this quote skeptic community is they all do this. They all go after someone like they did with Rage. They did it with Crazy Hair. Um, there's been some upsets with them and Tree of Logic. If they deem you unworthy to enter into their arena because they do act like gatekeepers. They do. And he still does it as well. And he's trying to act like he's not up for all this stuff. He participates in it all the time. So this is why I call them the gatekeepers. So I don't know. These people. Analytics Chick says, crazy hair is a piece of work, though. I've actually talked to her on a number of occasions, and I absolutely find her to be an absolute sweetheart. I don't agree with everything that she says or stands by or how she views things, but I do find her to be an absolute sweetheart. I really do. And I hope more people take the opportunity uh, to talk to her, to get to know her. I'll say that you just might be pleasantly surprised. I didn't see that one. Oh, what? 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 Wait, I got to rewind this just a little bit. Is fish don't get pregnant? What is he talking about? What? Wow. Okay. Oh my God. Okay, so I don't know. Maybe Kraut went fishing one time and gutted a fish and saw all these eggs and thought, "Oh, it's the babies." No, those are just the eggs. Wow. I've never heard that before. Now I do know that tilapia, the mothers actually stick around when the babies are born, and the babies end up living in their mouth to keep them from being eaten from the males and other stuff. But wow, this is crazy, crazy, crazy. Let's see. Analytical chick. Muslims are just like our leftists. They smack around Jews, then run the camera when the Jew finally hits back. Um, can you play it on screen? Aren't you seeing this on the screen? Oh, crap. I forgot to click the button, didn't I? Oops. I do this once in a while. So sorry about that. I'm glad you said something. Good thing you're here. Okay. That should be better. Yeah, that it's showing, right? We're on now? I forgot to hit the click share screen on there. It's one of those long days. I barely slept last night and finally got in a nap and woke up and I'm like, I got to get this done. So, okay, we're back on. All right, let's go. Although we should show this again because that's quite good. Okay. No, he didn't read it. See, I let it go thinking he was going to read this. Let's see what he says here. All right. And I see Liam's here as well. Hello. Hope you guys are having a great holiday. All right. So Kraut says, at everyone, I believe it is a necessity by now that I formulate the rules for this place as more people join, and merely spreading them by word of mouth is not enough. This place has only one purpose, that is to bring together YouTubers with academics who have the know-how to debunk pseudoscientific claims, mainly the pseudoscience spread by race realists and the alt-right. This is coming from a guy who thinks fish get pregnant. Wow. I have noticed by now, and so have probably you, that this server includes many people with many different political beliefs, and also people who have had disagreements in the past. I want to make it very clear that whatever personal or political disagreement you may have had in the past is irrelevant here, and you will be asked to not let it interfere with the work being done here. I would also ask you, if you are a YouTuber, to approach the academics of this server with a degree of humility and respect that they deserve, as it is them upon who our work depends upon, and it is without them that we will fail. Other than that, I am happy you are joining us. Wow. Okay. That was some really good grammar there, Kraut. I shouldn't be too Nazi-ish with grammar, considering he's German. Oh, goodness me. Okay, in the last clip, it showed Aiden Paladin. What's really funny is, well, I shouldn't say funny as in haha, ironic. Oh, now we have no sound? I don't know what happened to the sound. Hello? Yeah, that's working. Okay, anyway, can you hear me? Because I paused it. Maybe that's why you're not getting any sound. Give it a few seconds. I'm sure you can hear me. Pretty sure. Okay, well, that's because I paused it. I'll rewind it in a second. What I find ironic, I should say, is Aiden Paladin is on there, and and Jeff Holiday, aka Docs Holiday, actually shared Coach Red Pill's doxing information with Aiden. So it's not like anybody really has a clean nose around here. It's a little weird. So I'll just go ahead and rewind this and let's see if you get the sound. Doesn't look good. Wow. Still no sound. Really? Okay, well, let me turn this off and restart it. See what happens. Okay. 1 second. Make sure everything is set. That's that. See, that goes 2. Come on, stop doing that. A1. And that goes out to the 2. You can hear me, right? So the sound was working earlier, right? I didn't change anything. This is weird.
As your biology video. Okay, I hear you saying. So you've got a Discord full of potentially unstable academic intellectuals and YouTubers with a real fucking hit list for a vendetta. What's the German mafia here gonna do with it? Well, the descent into complete LARPing madness really
You
takes
should be able
place
to hear it
almost
now.
side by side with each video that's released after the first one. You'll see by the ratings that not only do the likes start to decrease, the dislikes overtake them, meaning even Kraut's own audience, which we possibly
Okay.
rename that
Let
list you
me
made from
let me go
people we
back
want
here
to
then.
fucking murder and breathe
Okay, I
deeply.
think
They're
this is where we
YouTube
kind of left off.
scientists. So, what subjects of study was this Harvard of the internet focusing its attention on? Those are just people of interest. I recognize some of these names. They're getting added on and taken off. I mean, you've got Alt Hype, you've got Black Pigeon Speaks, David Cedarwood, Red Ice TV, Warren Southern, Millennial Woes. I recognize these names. They all have something in common. I can't quite put my finger on it. But, that's harmless. It's not like they called it targets or something. Like it was some weird internet mafioso hit list. that a bunch of autistic internet spurgs compiled together for some weird fucking vendetta. Oh wait, they totally did that. From Waz Lee. Hey dude, could you rename the target section of the Discord to something like people of interest or something? If this group leaks, which it will because they always do, it's a little bit of irony. Having a section labeled targets isn't a good look. Kraut. Okay.
How about
Hey
it's not a
bro,
good
I was
thing?
just wondering, could we possibly rename that list you made from people we want to fucking murder and burn their bodies to like fluffy bunnies or something? I'm just worried if somebody sees that, they're gonna think we're fucking insane. That's some incredible OPSEC in this internet war room. Really locking shit down tight, Kraut. Really keeping a fucking leash on things, aren't you, buddy? This is about as well done as your biology video. Okay, I hear you saying. So you've got a Discord full of potentially unstable academic intellectuals and YouTubers with a real fucking hit list for a vendetta. What's the German mafia here gonna do with it? Well, the descent into complete LARPing madness really takes place almost side by side with each video that's released after the first one. You'll see by the ratings that not only do the likes start to decrease, the dislikes overtake them, meaning even Kraut's own audience, which was initially on his side, grew so bored with this shit, they just didn't want to watch it anymore. But I'm sure that negative reaction didn't adversely affect these mentally unstable individuals. They can't go too magic missile with this LARPing shit, right? It's not like they created operations like it was World War II or something. Oh, never mind. Yeah, they actually did that. Let's look at some of the 24-hour ops the Brain Trust here came up with. One of the intellectual elites, a chemist by the name of Zabby, came up with Operation Red Mackerel. Goal: to feed the opposition false or useless information of the movements or acts of the allied forces to gain the trust of the opposition and thereby cause information havoc and distress. Execution: the construction of a shadow server where archived or staged conversations and information will be posted. A SOC account controlled by the allied forces will collect
What?
evidence on the shadow server and approach the opposition, setting off stage 3, ending in the desired effect: total control of oppositional informational networks.
So they're actually going to be setting up sock accounts controlled by the allied forces. I love how it's in quotations. Wow. Okay. This is crazy.
Stage 1, the construction of a shadow server. Over 2 weeks of staged conversations prior to the next media launch. Stage 2, the collection of evidence to be reviewed by proper channels and greenlit for dispersion.
Evidence is also in quotations. What the heck?
Stage 3, the approach of the opposition by insider forces, trying
The opposition is in quotations as well.
to feed useless information that was cleared in Stage 2, gaining trust. Stage 4, feeding false information to cause
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What? Feeding false information. Feeding false information to cause minor disturbance using false information that is, quote, too good not to be used. What the hell?
Stage 2, gaining trust.
This is
Stage
crazy.
4, feeding false information to cause minor disturbances, using false information that is too good not to be used, and observing the effect on the opposition media. When cleared by proper channels, advance to Stage 5. Stage 5, feeding information of a high-risk nature, false doxes of allied forces, false nudes, etc. Desired effect: full control of trusted opposition informational networks, effective use of counter espionage tactics to puppet opposition forces, the oppositional informational networks. It's a French guy that streams on YouTube and laughs at people talking about pregnant trouts is being treated like he's the fucking Axis powers in World War II. But how deep does this
Wow.
autism go? How committed to this are they? We'll have a Kraut explain it. Proposal 1. I am a dissident scientist and would like a conversation. Proposal 2. Set up fake alt-right YouTube channels and have it slam me. Proposal 3. I am a biology student. Proposal 4. I am a biochemist student. This is so fucking retarded. Kraut, what the fuck are you doing? I don't even know if I can read this without a deviant art symbol in the background. This is some will you RP with me :3 shit. Young woman, mid-20s, specializing right now in biochemistry at the University of Southampton. Name, Tilly Law. December 30th, 1989 is her birthday. Born in Guildford, hasn't been there since childhood. Parents live in Wickham. Wickham Church of England Primary School, studying biology for 3 years since 2015. Lab assistant from 2010 to 2014. Student travels from 2014 to 2015. Backpacked around the UK. Gotta
The,
gotta throw some small details in there. You know,
okay, so he creates these fake accounts, and this is the character he created, or one of them, at least one of them, to infiltrate. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying. Do, 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 do. Excella says he made a response video to Lauren Southern where she was in England asking Muslims if Brits had culture, and he was agreeing with the Muzzies that they don't. Analytical chick. Everyone loved the Muslims. The king of ruckus. Hi there. How are you, hon? This is really some sad shit. I agree. It's also kind of scary. And considering he's part of that whole gatekeeper crowd that I explained about earlier, you got to wonder if this is just not regular behavior and tactics from them. And I cannot say your name, sweetie. Kate, I'm just going to call you Kiz. Kiz is Sung Haydn. I'm pretty sure I butchered that one. Oh, it's no wonder why Kraut in tears left the internet, because he's turning the skeptic community into the mafia. Yeah, they already acted that way, though. So, and he's part of it. Analytical. Tilly's birthday's coming up. You're right, it is. What should we get her? And analytical chick says this is worse than anything they've done. I don't know. He was part of that bullying team that got Rage After Storm off of the internet. So it seems something that they've done before. This is just taking it to a more descriptive level, possibly. I don't know. And 11 says Kraut is effing insane. Well, I don't know about insane, but I'm sure we can come up with some other adjectives for him.
in case that ever comes up in conversation. Hello? Hello, Access Forces? I'm a biochemist student named Tilly Law, and I'm defecting from the Allied Forces. You can trust me. I backpacked around the UK. You know, now might be as good a time as any just to take a step back and really think about what you're looking at. Look at the reaction they have to somebody laughing at their stupidity or having a different opinion. Look at the detail. They're running operations. Who LARPs like this and doesn't drink bleach immediately afterwards? But if that wasn't autistic enough, they have to take the puppeteering to the next level. Let me introduce you to the convoluted plan, Operation Mincemeat. Now this is some wild shit. Their plan, if I were to sum it up, reading this just ridiculous fucking document, is to leak the idea that Thunderfoot or Sargon are going to make videos. That is the information. They're going to accidentally release this information. And then from there, essentially what they want to have happen is the alt-right reacts and gets angry for some reason. And because the alt-right gets angry, now Thunderfoot and Sargon actually end up making the video. You know, Thunderfoot put up a video talking about being invited into this Discord.
He wanted me to install Discord on my computer, which I'd never heard of before, and it's some sort of group chat type thing, which was getting into quite a bit of an ask at that point, because, you know, now I actually had to do something. Anyway, so I installed Discord on my computer and it promptly crashed my computer, which means that maybe the only message I've ever sent on Discord is it working yet? And after my computer died and I got it back up again, it was simply, look, I don't have time for this other crap.
It's probably a really fucking good idea that you didn't stick around, because they don't give a shit about you, Thunderfoot. They don't care that you're a scientist. They don't care that you actually do shit in real life. You weren't Thunderfoot the scientist to them. You were Thunderfoot the cudgel. They wanted to use
Ooh.
you. They thought they were so fucking smart and you were so goddamn stupid that they could puppeteer you into doing what they wanted. They were going to use your subscriber number to their benefit. They didn't give two fucks about what you thought. That's what Operation Mincemeat is. Are you starting to get a handle on the wild shit going on in this Discord? Here's the public presenting face these people give up. That they're honorable and they're dignified and that they fight the good fight and they have the moral high ground. And yet they create hit lists. They come up with fake doxes, fake accounts to discredit the other side. And then they seek to use people to their own ends without actually informing them of what the fucking plan is. And that's an opinion you'll see expressed by multiple people. Just like Woz Lee said, it looks bad calling it this. Not it is bad to have this, but it looks bad to call it this. Sandre says the same fucking thing. It was stupid to contact UKIP Kraut, not because I care about Rage After Storm. Fuck that bitch. But because I foresaw this situation as a possibility. It's used as ammo. Well, I think the best action is to simply demand evidence. He's not going to be able to deliver. By the way, Jeff Holiday, aren't you a neurology student with all these...
Wow. Okay. So Docs Holiday is actually a YouTube scientist as well. Oh my God. These people have lost their flippin' minds. They have a neurology student. Okay.
neurology student with all these intellectual heavyweights, all these YouTube scientists, these internet academics. You figure one of them would have rubbed their brain cells together to come up with a few questions about the morality of what's going on in this morally righteous, anti-race realism crusading server. You won't just have to deal with the alt-right. You'll have to possibly also deal with AIU's scumfucks. These guys have been taking every single fucking opportunity to get at me. I've seen them siding with Sean and Jen, Edgy Sphinx, Christy Winters, and now with the alt-right at large. Whoever currently is trying to come for me, AIU scumfucks follow suit and also go after those I work with. And be warned, AIU scumfucks are probably the single most vile, reprehensible, and disgusting fucking thing on YouTube. Now,
Never mind the fact that these guys all sit there and dogpile people. Boy, you want to talk about scumfucks. These people are not only creating fake doxes and fake nudes and fake sock accounts and all this other stuff. They're gathering doxing information to take these people out. They're bullying people so much to the point of they're leaving the internet. They're leaving. Talk about the pot calling the kettle black. Wow. This is crazy, crazy, crazy.
they're talking about atheism is unstoppable. Listen to that vitriolic hatred they have for him. The worst thing on YouTube. Now, compare that statement to this one. Think we could maybe use that to get Devin to go after Edgy? That would be fun. So on the one hand, they're saying that AIU is the worst fucking thing on the internet. And on the other hand, they want to use him to their own benefit, just like they wanted to use Thunderfoot. Earlier, I showed you the 3 videos and how the dislike ratio had increased as time went on. People became disillusioned with Kraut. They didn't want to hear about it anymore. The very last of those videos that he had done ended up getting flagged. Now, multiple people mirrored that video, but it was assumed that the alt-right was behind it. Now, why that is, I can't tell you. because from what I've seen was them actually enjoying watching his videos. Multiple people loved to pick them apart. If anything, it was a festive mood around them because they liked to laugh at how fucking horrible they were. Nonetheless, Kraut and his friends and people that liked his content made all these public statements decrying how terrible it was that video was flagged. That flagging that video is just, it's an awful fucking thing. Fast forward just a little bit, and JF releases a video with audio that was leaked from Kraut's server. He's making a video on it, and what do you know? That video gets flagged down. Now, what's the reaction from Kraut and his assorted, assembled academics? Well, first you have the public statements. We didn't flag that, but if it did get flagged, good, it should have. It was illegal. Those were leaked audio recordings. You don't have a right to play them for anyone. A bit of a difference from what was being said in the Discord. I told you, for fuck's sake, report that stream. Now follow that up with this, an admission from the admin in Kraut's own server that he himself actually flagged the video.
Habib.
Hello. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, let me just lower your audio just a
smidge bit loud.
Okay, Habib, you're the admin of that server.
I was an admin since day one, yes. Yeah, something that you called me out on as well. Yeah. And I think since JF been here, I think I better explain myself. And yes, I still stand by flagging your video, JF.
So it goes from, we didn't do it, but we're glad that it happened, to we should totally do it, to yeah, we actually did do that. But I think the example that personally gets me the most about this sort of behavior that repeatedly happens in his internet war room would be in relation to the New York Times reporter. Now, as Kraut said, on a live stream, this lady had contacted him and he had invited her into his Discord server.
I mean, one thing that JF brought up, which is like the sleaziest thing that he got out of his espionage, I was contacted 3 days ago by a New York Times journalist. Since he brought this up in a weird fucking way, I might as well address this as well. She was mainly interested, not really as much as in me as she was into Joan. She wanted to know the people I work with, so I introduced her to her. And I invited her into the server. I gave her own thread, and then I asked all the biologists, chemists, and psychologists, and physicists, and what we not all have already, to write a summary about the work.
Let's not forget Jeff, the neurologist, right? Because he did contact her in that server. Oh, God, this is crazy. I know. Let's contact the New York Times to help us with our little project.
Then I asked, and why they do this. Then I asked all the YouTubers in the server to write a summary of what they are and why they do this and that.
Well, that's all well and good. What's the problem with the New York Times? She just wanted to talk to people. Look at them all giving answers. They're just giving some basic background information. She just wants to know about their fight with the alt-right in relation to race realism. And Kraut's more than happy to help her. I mean, that's not hypocritical at all. Oh, fucking wait a second. Wait a second. I seem to remember something that happened not that long ago. I think it was in this fucking year, wasn't it? Oh, yeah. PewDiePie getting his ass fucked by every mainstream media outlet. Boy, it sure would be funny if the New York Times played a part in that. Oh, shit, they fucking did. Well, that doesn't mean anything. It's not like Kraut actually made a video where he denounced them doing, oh, fuck, he did do that.
Men testing boundaries in the angriest corners of the internet from that cancerous, repugnant cesspit known as BuzzFeed. YouTube's monsters, PewDiePie and his populist revolt from the New York Times. The articles all have the same undertone to them. YouTube is infested with Nazis, racists, and other vile scum, and it is time to strangle YouTube's creators by cutting down on the financial assets available to them.
At least he didn't try to oh, fuck, he did try to boycott them. That's some nice payback, Kraut. That's some really fucking great moral grandstanding on your part. So let me see if I get this straight. You want to boycott the New York Times because you think they report unfairly about YouTubers. You go on a fucking tirade about it. PewDiePie retweets you for defending him. And yet when the opportunity comes to you to use that very weapon that was used against him, against somebody you don't like, you invite that slimy fuck into your server to help her. And you can look at this lady's timeline to see exactly what she was talking about around that timetable. Look at the alt-right. Terrible goddamn Nazis. Go look at that article and read it. And then try to plead ignorance with me that you didn't know exactly what she fucking wanted to do. Oh, the New York Times is terrible. Oh, it's coming after PewDiePie. We need to fight the power. So what is it? Do you really have that opinion, Kraut, or did you just want to suck his dick to get some fucking subs out of it? Listen to your ass talking to Naked Ape about how you responded to a Vice News reporter in relation to all of this.
Hello, Mr. Colwyn. No, I am not with the alt-right, and I have spoken out against the alt-right. I've decided to come in support of PewDiePie together with the overwhelming majority of the YouTube community because he has been a victim of an injustice. He has been slandered and his reputation dragged through the mud by a big media outlet on the basis of a lie. The actions by the Wall Street Journal have been slanderous and flat out wrong, and anyone with a basic understanding of ethics should be able to see this for what it is. I also believe that if this course of sleazy actions is allowed to continue unchallenged, it will result in the purge of YouTube by a new media platform, by an old, outdated media, namely the print media. What was done to PewDiePie could have just as well been done to everyone on this platform, and will probably be done to everyone on this platform
With
if
your
the Wall
help,
Street Journal is
apparently.
allowed to get away with this.
Oh, we YouTubers are getting branded. We're getting fucked over. It's terrible what the mainstream media is doing. They're not giving us a fair shake. Here, let me let the fucking New York Times reporter from the same outlet that did this shit to somebody I defended into my Discord server to do it to somebody else. Get fucked. What are you doing? What is this autistic shit? Need to calm down a little bit. Getting a little bit heated. When you're knee deep in digging through this shit, it's hard not to come away with a bit of a stink. And the spurgery, it's been going for a week now, and it's multiplying and expanding. It's like a fucking forest fire on the internet. It won't stop, and there's so much of it, and I can't keep track of it all. We haven't even scratched the surface of it all yet. There's so much. There's so much retardation
Stuff
going
doesn't come
on that
out. Doesn't
this
stop coming.
this doesn't even begin to cover it, and it's only downhill from here. It is only fucking downhill from here. So tune in for part 3 when we start talking about vibrating nipple clamps.
Oh no.
And no, I'm not making that up.
Oh, I know he's not making that up. That's insane. Wow. Well, I actually learned a few things on that one. So yeah, when I found out Metokur was jumping in on this, I was like, okay, I'm not going to need to go and investigate and check it all out. I'll just sit back and let him do the work. I'm working on a few other projects myself, and just thought this would be the easiest way for me to learn about it and share my thoughts. This is so insane. So insane. And I'm going to go back to this. All these folks that are in that skeptic crew, which, you know, now they all love saying, I'm not a skeptic group or anything like that. Now that's what they're saying. They're still the same people. They're still the same damn YouTube gatekeepers. If you get on their bad side, they will dogpile you. They will bully you. They will smash you. They will do whatever they want to do just to get rid of you. And you're going to stay a small, small channel. They will do whatever they want. And that includes Andy Worski, Blair White, Kraut. He's not even like an important one out of the gatekeepers. You know, this stuff it's got to stop. And I hate using that term because of that little time clock dude that people use. It's got to stop. It's time to stop. But it really is. It's been past time. All right. So I'm going to end this one here. And thanks to you guys for showing up. And I'm going to go ahead and take a 10-minute break and do the Christmas Eve stream that I had planned. So I will be back. You guys have a great night and a Merry Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Xmas. If I don't see you before Tuesday. I'll be back again tomorrow anyway. as well for Christmas streaming. So I'll talk to you lovelies later. Have a great one.